Good morning. Day 4 of this walkathon. I think it's about midday-ish. Yeah, it'll be about midday. Going on for it anyway. Woke up this morning not feeling like doing this. The novelty's starting to wear off. Just put something in my pocket here. The novelty's starting to wear off. But it's day 4. I said when I came here that I needed to get my legs going again, my circulation and that back in my legs, and that I needed to do this. I did say I'd do 2 walks a day, but that's not worked. Far unfitter than I thought I was. But 3 down, this is the 4th. Yeah, I was looking for excuses. But then I looked in the mirror and I said, you came here and you said you would do this. And you need to do it. You need to do this. You said you'd use this walk. That's what you said you'd do. I know, I'll use that walk. I know how long it is. I know it's reasonably flat. I know that halfway round there is somewhere I can have a rest and get a coffee, and if I'm really in bad shape I could probably get a taxi or something like that back. You know, I could get help halfway around, you know. So I've done all that, and it's day 4 and I'm sticking to it. Again today, not a breeze, not a breeze at all, completely calm. That's the driveway up to the main road. What you see is what you get for a mile and a half, maybe 2, because it takes you right to the town. Not much to see, nothing pretty about it, so we'll crack on. One of the things I came across last night, having a quick look on the internet about Wellesbourne, it was actually once considered to be 2 villages, one each side of that river that we walked across yesterday. One of them was called, well, I can't remember the name, began with B, Wellesbourne something, and the other one was Wellesbourne Hastings. But the place goes back to, at least they have records of it going back, I think it's the church, to 890 something. I'll go and check, and I'll do a history walk and talk sometime. But yeah, right back. It was they have records going right back to the 8th, it'd be the 9th century, won't it, if it's the 8th something or other. So a long history of habitation, of being a village, and of course obviously in the Domesday Book, but the Domesday Book is best part of, what's it, 1066, 67, 68, it's the years after the Norman unpleasantness, so it's a few years after that. They're obviously mentioned in that. And then what else is there? Yeah, of course, that could mean by the time the 600 might have been people here for 3,000 or 4,000 years before that. Well, longer than that, back to the 6,000 BC onwards. Because it's a nice part of the world, and the weather was warmer back then as well. So, right, that's it for now. Going to walk into the town. Along this road, listen to something on the webcast, and that's it for the next hour or so. Out for now. Well, hello. There we go. And so here we are at St Paul's Church in Wellesbourne. I've just got the old gimbal out to see if I can get it to work on this new phone. Yeah. And so I'm just going to take a walk around the grounds here to see how steady it is. Yeah. And see how that's that little jumpy thing that you don't want to do. So there we go. There's a war memorial. It's a very peaceful place. Good afternoon. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. Well, there we go. Moving too quickly, you got to gently move it around. But hopefully it will be fine. Just testing it again. Actually, it's holding on, it's doing quite well. Well, there we go. I had a walk round outside and the gimbal seems to be working a bit, so that's not too bad. Working tomorrow, so I've got to be a good boy today. Been very down recently, my legs swelling up. Cancelled my trip to France. because my leg was all swelled up and I wouldn't have been able to walk or do anything when I got there. I'd have been sat in a hotel bar feeling sorry for myself. So I'll just have a walk down this little town. This is Wellesbourne. About, how far would it be? It's less than 10 miles, isn't it, outside of Stratford-on-Avon. If you drive through it on the main road, it doesn't look like there's much to it, but off the beaten track around the back of it, looks a lot better. It's not very far from Warwick, and they've got the Aston Martin place down the road there. You go down towards Banbury, which I think is about 15 miles away, and that's got Land Rover and Aston Martin down there. So there is local work for people. Not feeling so utterly hacked off as I have been for the last few days. My leg is still hurting, which has really been a nuisance because I'm putting on weight because I'm not training. I'm putting on weight on top of because my leg's hurting. It's not good. But there you go. So I walk down the road here. There's a pub called The Stag. It's very old school. I'm going to walk down there. I'm going to sit in a hotel drinking beer. Anyway, I'm going to carry on walking down this road, save a bit of energy, turn this off now. There we go. Right, I'm crossing some sort of bridge now. Just been into the local bike shop. I need to get a push bike. With this beautiful weather, you need to have a push bike. Anyway, I'm walking down the road out of the centre of Wellesbourne. There's a pub down the road here. I'm going to go and get a beer. And then once I've done that and seen the inside of it, I'm going to make my way back. And today I'm going to take life a little bit serious. My leg is hurting again. Just been talking to some guy in a bike shop there. He's got a really good collection of bikes for a small little store. He's trying to explain the gearing on a bike to somebody. The chap didn't quite seem to well, a nice bike there, but he didn't seem to grasp the huge mechanical difficulties of the gears on a push bike. So I don't think he'll be getting his pilot's license anytime soon. But this is the ideal day for being out and about on a push bike. It's just gorgeous. But of course the thing about England is the roads are narrow, far, and we just have all the cars. So that's the pub I'm going to, the Stag. It's got a traditional thatched roof on it, and it might be fake medieval or medieval. We'll find out. We'll have a look when we go inside. Gonna have a beer and then stroll back up. You can occasionally, around this part of the world here, you will occasionally bump into unusual cars, because not very far away down there in Banbury are some of the world's best car designers and engineering studios. Down the road we have, there we go, down the road again we have, as I said, Aston Martin, and that's what I want over there, the black long wheelbase Transporter Combi, just like the one I used to have. Right, see if I can get across here without killing myself. Ah. Ow. Ow. Ooh. What do we do now then? Turn that off. Right.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Hi, thank you.